Guys, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and I hope that you have a great Saturday. I hope that you have a great weekend, actually. I've been asked many times things about my personal life. A lot of people want to know what I like, what I do, where I am, where I live, and things like that. So I'll share something with you real quick that I can tie in with this stock, to be honest, and with the thumbnail. I like this thumbnail. Let me know if you like the thumbnail that I made for this video. I don't know why, it's very inspiring to me. I really like it. And I know why. I'll tell you. I like the ocean, right? One thing that I like a lot is the ocean. I'm in absolute love with the ocean, and whether that has to do with sailing, fishing, but fishing, spear fishing only, not with the traditional, I don't know what you call a fishing rod. I don't like that stuff because I keep getting, I'm not good at that. All right, so I like spearfishing a lot. I like being under the ocean. I do scuba diving. You know, it's just whenever I get away and I'm at the ocean, especially underwater, for me it is the greatest thing in the whole world. Scuba diving is amazing. Spearfishing is amazing because under the ocean, I have yet to feel or think anything negative. There's nothing. I mean, when you're underwater, I don't know why. Let me know if you feel the same way. There's nothing negative that can come to your mind. Nothing. It's just a whole new world of stress-free. I don't know. I like that stuff. So with that being said, now you know something about me. I like the stock that I'm going to talk about right now. I'm laughing because some people are probably like, especially if they're new to this channel, what is this guy talking about? What the hell? You know, underwater and all this stuff, and it's a stock channel. So we're going to talk about Norwegian Cruise, guys. I want to talk to you about Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings. If you've ever been with Norwegian Cruise Line for a trip, let me know in the comment section below how that was. Did you like it and so on? Because I'm actually thinking about going with my family. I think that would be really, really nice. So we'll see, might do it. And so I like this stock because one thing right off the bat that I want to say is that this stock, when you compare it with the other cruise line companies trading on the market, Carnival Cruise, I like that one too. Also, I'll mention something about that later in the video. But Norwegian Cruise is at a cheaper valuation. It trades at a cheaper valuation. It trades at a lot better valuation. Right now, the stock is trading at 1571 as it closed in the after hours. Still very cheap because if you look at the lifetime chart, for example, here, basically 2018, 2019, look where it used to be, up in the 50s, 55, 58 bucks, right? And when the pandemic hit, obviously, because nobody was allowed to travel and so on, or, you know, the fear of COVID, it really tanked. Went up with the 2021 bull run, the mini bull run, and back down just like the stock market did with the inflation and fears of recession, the war of Ukraine and all that stuff. And it is where it is right now. Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings Incorporation, guys, for me is now this is just a personal opinion for me. It's not an opinion for you, and what I'm going to say doesn't apply to you, and it should not apply to you. You should do your own due diligence. But for me, it is an easy long-term hold. All right, I can feel comfortable putting money into this and just saying, you know what, I'll leave it for a year, for 2 years. I have no worries. I feel that they're going to do well, right? Unless they screw up, but you know, that can happen with any company. One thing that actually came out on May 30th was this, and it said cruise line capacity growth is expected to be sluggish as part of the post-pandemic strategy shift. Now, this came out from UBS, all right, the bank. They've been wrong in the past, and that's why I want to point this out. Like, they came out May 30th and said, okay, you know, it's going to be sluggish, don't expect so much from it, and so on. But they said the same exact stuff for Carnival Cruise last year, September 2022. And last year, September 2022, right there, September 30th, actually, I said in my Discord that CCL, Carnival Cruise, was a buy for me at $7. Back then, UBS was not trash talking, but speaking negative, let's say, and saying, you know, the Carnival Cruise is, you know, you got to stay away from it. I mean, if you had read things about Carnival Cruise from analysts, you would not want to touch it on September 30th. But that was 100% wrong because it was $7 when I said in my Discord that it is a buy, obviously for me. And right now it's trading at $12.16.
Are you looking for a Discord platform that offers a first-class trading community? That's what you can expect when you join Bull Market Watch. Trading can be challenging for some people, but we're here to simplify the process for you. We have a very powerful track record. Our Discord deals with day trades, swing trades, and long-term trades. Hundreds of traders operate through our Discord, where we come up with stocks to trade for profits on the NASDAQ and NYSE. With a low monthly subscription of $9.90, you will have full access to our Discord, where you can interact with other traders and get all the latest news when it comes to trading as well. It's a community that is extremely supportive of one another and always willing to help each other out. Become a member of Bull Market Watch today and be on your way to a better financial situation.
So sometimes listening to these analysts is good and not good, right? So you have to use your own critical thinking and read and study and do research and come up with your own decisions. Don't trade according to what analysts do. I know most of you know that, but I'm saying that for new investors who are watching, because there's always people who watch this channel that are new. So basically, their analysts, Robin Farley, who I'm not saying that the person is wrong or anything like that, but I just don't agree with it. They said that they estimated that the North American and global industry capacity growth may now have a compound annual growth rate of 3.5 to 4.5% from 2019 through 2023, which would be down from the pre-pandemic compound annual growth rate of 6 to 7% positive, right? So it would still be a positive, 3.5 to 4.5% positive, but I still don't agree with that, to be honest. I think that Norwegian Cruise Line is already headed to slowly, steadily, just like the cruise ships move, nice and steady and slow, that it's headed for the direction to go back to pre-pandemic levels, right? So like I said, that's why I think it's a good long-term hold. Cruise stocks expect tailwind profits as credit card travel spending runs hot this summer. And also 3 weeks ago on Market Beat, cruise lines see smoother seas on horizon as profitability returns. If you are new to investing in the stock market, one advice I would give you is to, one, never listen to social media. And this is coming from me being on social media and making content on social media. Don't listen to social media. Use your own critical thinking. If obviously you should listen to, you should watch everything, read everything that you can, watch videos on YouTube. But at the end of the day, make your own decision, right? Same for the analysts. Same for what they say. And also, don't go quarter by quarter, month by month, week by week, what they say. You'll go crazy. You'll never, ever make it profitable in the stock market. You won't believe how many times I have seen them say one thing one day and say the total opposite the next day. They'll drive you nuts. I think that what you do is, like Warren Buffett says, is look at the company. Do you understand what the company is? Do you understand what they offer? Look at the management. Who's the CEO, what their background is. Check out their financials for at least the past 5 years. And once you do that stuff, look at the valuation also, you'll understand what's going on, right? So you'll be able to make a better decision. Now, Norwegian is expecting a strong demand environment to continue on high travel demand, even as consumer sentiment is slow to recover. This is just my opinion, and I really think that they will recover. Like I said, nice, slow, steady, back to what they used to be. Industry peers are also guiding for a similar future. The CEOs of the companies such as Norwegian, Carnival Cruise are guiding for even better results in the future. Now, obviously, there has to be risks, and I'll mention a risk in the end of the video. Norwegian has a more attractive valuation than its peers, making the company more attractive in my opinion. During the earnings call, the company's management team laid out optimistic views by saying that the target consumer remains resilient with a persistent desire for travel and experiences. Further, even the forward-looking indicator, the booking window, remains very strong. This shows the strength and the potential longevity of the current travel trend, as the banking sector-driven financial market volatility in March did not lead to any unusual booking or cancellation activity. If you look at their latest earnings, Norwegian Cruise Line did really well. Their non-GAAP EPS of negative 30 cents beat the analyst by 13 cents, and their revenue of $1.82 billion beat the analyst estimates by $80 million. In fact, their revenue saw a 248.7% increase year over year, which was amazing, right? So also their full year 2023 adjusted EPS guidance improved to approximately 0.75, reflecting first quarter outperformance partially offset by higher anticipated fuel costs. And the higher anticipated fuel costs, guys, that's the risk. If there's one risk to this stock, it is that if oil prices climb a lot higher, right? Let's say by mid 2024, or at any point in 2024, really, then the company will have an issue to deal with. That this higher energy prices will be eating away at any potential profitability, right? Their margins will decrease and so on. So that's the problem. That's the risk I see. What will happen with the oil prices? Well, if you ask me, I'd hate to say this, but I think that the oil prices will increase by 2024. But even though that will happen, I do not know how high they will increase. I don't know. I cannot know. I can't say, I can't predict a price per barrel by 2024. That's impossible. Maybe the increase won't be so dramatic. It might be an increase, but not so much. We'll see what the increase will be. In any case, though, I still feel that Norwegian Cruise Line can go through that. Obviously, the stock might suffer, let's say, but that's why I say it's a long-term bet for me, that at the end of the day, the company, the stock will overcome all the hurdles and will go back to what it used to be pre-pandemic. If we look at the sequential increase in occupancy from 2022 first quarter to second quarter 2023, constant increase and amazing. And if we go to the revenue growth rate, the revenue was $3.1 billion back in 2014 to reach $4.8 billion in 2022. Is that the best? No, the best year was 2019 with $6.4 billion, just before people even had any clue what was going to come. We had no clue, really. Isn't that crazy? If we look at the total debt, that's one other negative for the company in the total debt. The debt used to be, up until 2019, in the $6 billion range. I mean, from 2014 to 2019, in the 6.8, around there. That was the debt. But also, we have to understand that the total debt now has more than doubled to $13.6 billion by 2022. The reason, though, because of this huge increase in debt is obviously the pandemic. When the pandemic hit and cruise lines were shut down, it destroyed them financially. You know what I mean? The bills are still running. The company had no revenue, and obviously they had to take on debt to survive, and that's why it's at $13.6 billion. And obviously that's why the stock had fallen. Net income is at negative $2.2 billion, which is actually an increase. It is better than what it was from 2021 2020, so that's good. The analyst ratings, who are bullish, they give it a low of 12, average of 17, and a high of $32 within the next 12 months. So that's that. Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, ticker symbol NCLH. If you found this video helpful, share it in your social media, please. That is a huge help and support for my channel, so that others can see it. And so the more people can share it, all over the place, it would really help me, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend and take care.